Okay, we're just getting the live stream set up, so bear with me for a couple of minutes. Using a completely different microphone, number 4, so hopefully we won't get the crackly sound in the background. And we want to say I'm going to have a look at my channel to find the feed. Here we go. Flight Simulator IFR, and I've done it wrong, haven't I? I've named the feed wrong. Wonder if I can change it while it's live. Edit video. Can I edit it while it's happening? Let's hang on a second, let's see if this works. Save. Go back to channel content. Have to bear with me a moment, I'm just sorting things out. Okay, has the simulator completely broken? No. Okay. View on YouTube. Okay, I think we're good to go. So today we're going to have a look around Mount Rushmore and the Crazy Horse Monument. We're going to fly in the Savage Cub. If we have a look on Little Nav Map, I'm just going to close some software down. I had to go make the screenshot for the live feed. I'm going to close Discord while I'm at it. There we go. Okay, so we are at Custer Airfield. We're going to fly north up to Crazy Horse, 351 degrees. Then we're going to fly over to Mount Rushmore, and then we're going to fly down to Custer State Park. I'm on the West USA server if anybody wants to join in with me. I'll be leaving in a couple of minutes. So we're in the Savage Cub, so let's have a look and get this aircraft up and going. So master switch on. Okay, let's just test the control surfaces. Ailerons are working. Flaps are working. Elevators are working. Rudder is working. Hurrah! Okay, let's go and have some fun flying around. Tracy Lee is back online. What server are you on? I just said I'm on the West USA server. You might not want to communicate in the chat though, Tracy, because I know you're not old enough to be using youtube.com. I can't stop you. Well, actually I probably could boot you from the room, but I don't want to get into trouble with anybody, and you could, if somebody reported you for underage use of YouTube, you could have your account taken off you. Okay, anyway, let's go and have a fly. It's going to be a very still day. Okay, so you can see the instruments you get in the Savage Cub. We have vertical speed, altimeter, airspeed, tachometer or revs of the engine, oil temperatures. We've got a compass down here. So we are going to turn to 350 degrees and make our way very, very slowly. This is in kilometers an hour, by the way, on the airspeed. make our way slowly up to Crazy Horse and enjoy the scenery along the way. You can almost see it already in the distance. So should we go and look at the sides as we fly past some of these places? Just have a keep an eye on the vertical speed. I'll trim the aircraft out. We're not in a hurry to get anywhere. Let's have a look from outside. It's a lovely little aeroplane. So the idea of flying this is we can go low and slow. So this town we are just passing is Custer. Shall we do a circle of Custer before we carry on towards Crazy Horse? I presume it's named after General George Custer. But don't hold me to that. Go inside the aeroplane and get a bit better view. If anybody wonders how Flight Simulator does this, they use artificial intelligence to read the data from the satellite feed, and it has a library of common building shapes and it constructs them to fit onto the ground based on what's the best fit for what it appears to be, there. When you get a photogrammetry area, it works on a completely different principle. So we're going to get back in the middle, sit up in our seat a bit. Okay, let's go turn back round. Maybe it might be fun to fly along this route down here. So let's go and descend. Follow this trail. Just mindful of the airspeed. We're getting near to limits. So we're on our way to go and look at the Crazy Horse monument in Microsoft Flight Simulator, flying the Savage Cub. Following the valley. So we're going to do a dogleg here and go left around the end of the valley into the next one. Hopefully we should be fairly close to the monument. Although we could go straight over the top, but it's more fun winding around, isn't it? So let's get a bit more height. Crazy Horse can be over this direction somewhere behind this hill. Just did a bit of a detour to go and look at Custer. There it is. See it through the trees. The Crazy Horse Monument. So should we get some height? And then we can circle it from altitude and look at it properly. I wonder if they'll ever finish it. I remember they were building it when I was young. And I was young a long time ago. So yeah, you can see where they've sketched out on the rock face where the horse's head will be and where his hand will be. So we do this from outside. Amazing piece of art, isn't it? Although I suppose some people would say it's an abomination and they should never have done it, but you never know. Okay, so let's get back in the airplane. Say goodbye to Crazy Horse and we'll fly over towards Mount Rushmore. So let's go and have a look at the map, see what heading we need to be going. 64 degrees, so we're going to turn left to 64 degrees. There's quite a lot of turbulence. I've got live weather on, so it's completely clear skies over South Dakota today. So that's 90 degrees, 80 degrees, 70 degrees and 64 degrees is kind of that direction. So let's get some power on and climb. Shouldn't take too long to get to Mount Rushmore. Let's have a look on the map, see where we are. Okay, so we've got a little way to go yet. So looking at the map, the ridge we're flying towards is the Black Elk Peak is just to our left, so that's this major peak in front of us. quite high. We're up to 7,500 feet. We're going very fast. I'm going to come off the power. See how we're doing. We're about halfway over towards Mount Rushmore. It had never occurred to me for months and months that we could go looking for the famous landmarks in Flight Simulator. We've always just like concentrated on aviation and, you know, practice procedures and techniques and things like that. Flying instrument flight rules and flying the big jets, flying some of the GA aircraft from airfield to airfield, but it never occurred to me just to go sightseeing at some of the features that are actually modelled in the scenery. Okay, so I'm guessing, is this a visitors centre that we can see? And this is the start of the mountain right here. Yep, it's got to be, hasn't it? So we're going to do the same trick and fly past the mountain. Should we slow down a bit? I wonder what the best time of day is to see Mount Rushmore. They're kind of in shadow at the moment, aren't they? I might change the time of day while we're flying around. Very cool. Okay, let's fly back round. We'll modify the time of day in a minute and have another look. So we're coming back. The sun in our face. Maybe this is quite a nice time of day to see them. It's very cool, isn't it? Okay, one more pass and then we will turn back towards our destination airfield. So there you go, Mount Rushmore. It's very cool, isn't it? Very well done scenery as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the map. We need to fly. Actually, we may be able to follow the road. Can we see the road? Should we follow the road back down through the park? Can't quite see it from here. It's hidden in the trees, isn't it? Yeah. The road is so deep in those trees. But we're heading the general direction. You can see in the distance it becomes quite a bit lighter. So let's get the aircraft trimmed out so I don't have to wrestle with it. There we go. It's pretty much flying itself now. I do like the Savage Cub. It's good fun to fly. And unlike some of the other aircraft in the simulator, it actually feels like you're flying. It feels like you're in control, and you know, it's a bit more skill is required than just pointing it and pressing a button. It does look very cool, doesn't it? Let's see where we are on the map. So we're generally following the direction of that road. I don't think we're going to be able to see it though because it's hidden down in the trees. So I'm going to slowly turn to the right and head towards our destination, Airfield. I don't think there's anything else out in this part of the world that's worthy of going to have a look at, to be honest. That will be modelled in the simulator. Obviously everywhere is worth going and looking at. But those are obviously the significant features to go look at. So we're going to go and land at Custer State Park. So we've got 8 knots of wind from 280 degrees. So we'll land runway 33. So we'll do a circuit around the airfield when we get there. So for the moment we can just enjoy flying along and see some of the scenery on the way by. So some of these bluffs with the rocks and the trees. Van just drove off up through the woods. Okay, let's go and have a quick look at the map. So we're slowly following round. Visuals on an airfield soon, hopefully. Keep an eye out for a beacon light, perhaps. So somewhere over here. So we'll overfly the airfield, turn around and come back in for the runway 33. Should be good. And we have more Russians posting rubbish in the live chat. So I'm just going to go and get that. So we're on our way down to Custer State Park. 3 Victor 0. Yes, I think it's 3 Victor 0. So if we turn the camera around, we should be able to see it now over here. Yeah, we can see the beacon flashing. We'll circle the airfield. Let's have a look at it. The simulator looks very real sometimes, doesn't it? It's quite uncanny. So we've got quite a skinny little runway to go and land on, but luckily we have a plane that can basically land anywhere. So it shouldn't be a problem. So just flying downwind. Drop the flaps in a moment. The first setting. It is crazy how slowly you can come in and how steeply you can come in with a Savage Cub. Should we fly along the runway? Just for a bit of fun. Touch down at the far end. So we got a bit of a crosswind, but not too much. We're down. The only problem with the Cub, of course, is you can't see where you're going when you're taxiing. So we're going to go to the outside view to do that. In the real world, you could obviously lean out of the window quite easily. Let's raise the flaps back up and taxi in. That's interesting that the weather, the windsock has turned during the time we were navigating. Whoa, just got hit by a gust of wind. This must be the longest runway in the known universe for small aircraft like this. I'm just going to ban somebody else. It's like taxiing along the main road, isn't it? Where are we supposed to park here? We could fly back to the way we came. It's not exactly very far, is it? Should we complete the loop? We'll have to make our mind up now. Right, let's go for it. Whoa, what is wrong with this? Okay. So if we just carry on across the map, or should we retrace our steps? We could, couldn't we? Go see Mount Rushmore again, go see Crazy Horse again, and go back to where we came from earlier. So just getting a bit of height. Shot with the sun. I guess in the next half an hour the sun is going to go down and the sky is going to be all pretty colours. So we'll see. So we're heading back towards Mount Rushmore. A quick look at the map. So we need to be heading 145 degrees. So let's go inside the aircraft. So what am I talking about? That was we need the reciprocal. Scenery looks amazing, doesn't it? The low light in Flight Simulator is done very, very well. So we're heading back towards Mount Rushmore. And then we'll circle it. You can see it in the distance now. We'll circle it, and then we'll head back to Crazy Horse, circle Crazy Horse a few more times, and then we'll come back again. You can see it in the distance. So we're live on the West USA server. If anybody wants to join in and fly along, go and explore Mount Rushmore with me, feel free. You will see me in Flight Simulator as John Beckett. Slow down a bit, I'm getting dangerously close to the maximum speed for the airframe. Don't want to have any untoward accidents, do we? Let's trim the aircraft out so it's flying straight and level. There is no autopilot on the Savage Cub, so you have to fly it, which makes it more interesting in my book. More fun to actually have something to do. So we're about, how many miles out are we now? About 4 miles from Mount Rushmore. So we're just approaching, just coming over this ridge line. Need to keep an eye on, otherwise we're going to hit it. Just nose up slightly. You can see Mount Rushmore out there in the distance. It's just a couple of miles away now. Should look quite cool in the evening light, actually. Might be worth going and having a look at the hill alongside it as well. What's that peak called? There's a peak. I wonder, is it this one here? It doesn't have a name. Interesting. Okay, let's concentrate. Getting closer to Mount Rushmore, South Dakota, USA. So the heads are actually quite small compared to the entire outcrop. It's quite a surprise. Obviously, if you see them up close, they are enormous. So we'll slow down. To fly past them. right on the point of stalling to give a good look at these. Right, let's do a right turn and fly straight towards them and then go over the top. So I'm going to get some speed up. So full throttle. You'd probably be fired for doing this if it was in the real world, or have your pilot's license taken away. So while we're here, I'm going to go and explore this other peak over here. And there's another aircraft here we just saw a moment ago. So yeah, this peak looked kind of interesting. It isn't modelled in very high resolution though, which is a shame. So one more look at Mount Rushmore, then we'll go back towards Crazy Horse. And our friend has just come past. There he is over there. We have Pat Hurley and Finn Ross with us. Just reading the messages over my shoulder on a laptop screen. So let's go and have a look. Just the only problem with this aircraft is unless you fly a straight line past something, it's difficult to see it. Okay, onwards to Crazy Horse. I guess the easiest way is to go round this hill rather than over it. So we need to be going about 260 degrees over to Crazy Horse. We'll soon find out, won't we? So about that way. It's an easy thing to find, so it's not really a problem. Say goodbye to Rushmore again. The sun is getting quite low in the sky, isn't it? let's see, as soon as we get over this ridge we should be able to see Crazy Horse without too much difficulty. Or maybe the next ridge. Yeah, we need to go past this next ridge, it's behind it. Because we came down through a kind of a snaking route, didn't we? Oh, that was on the way to Crazy Horse originally. Yeah, okay. That's a lot of trees. That's a crazy number of trees. So if anybody wants to go flying on group flights on a regular basis, I am an administrator of an online group called virtualflight.online, and we organise group flights on Discord. So if you visit virtualflight.online on the internet, you'll see an invite into the Discord server, and there are events, there are invitations, and we do a lot of flying together. It's good fun. We do a VFR flight every weekend, and we're just setting off doing some IFR flights with the big commercial jets on midweek. So we'll see how we go with that, but there's all the information you need is at virtualflight.online. So if you check in the Discord server, there's about 600 and something, nearly 700 members now. We generally, for a group flight, get anything from 20, 30, 40 people flying together on the VFR flights. I'm not sure how the IFR flights are going to go. We have had as many as 25, 30 of those as well, which looks quite comical with everybody queuing to take off. Yeah, Pat Hurley's just said, good thing the sun isn't real. It's very bright. Yeah, we're flying straight into it, aren't we? And there he is. So we should find Crazy Horse is over this ridge over here. Yeah, it's over here, isn't it? Yeah, flying straight towards it. Awesome. So this is going to look good in the low light. We'll do a close pass down the left-hand side. One more pass, and then we will make our way back to land. Whoops. I got away with it. How on earth have I got away with that? Ah, it's actually a bug in the scenery. There we go. So I'm going to lift myself into the air. Open the engine and go. That was interesting. A massive bug in the scenery. So quite often the collision detection around sculpted monuments isn't what it should be, and you saw it there. I wasn't actually touching anything, and I was only doing about 10 knots, so it didn't, or 20 knots, so it didn't actually hurt me, which was bizarre. Right, I guess now we say goodbye to the Crazy Horse Monument and find our way back. So direction back towards home is south. Hopefully we won't be landing in the dark. Move on. If anybody's interested in learning how to fly properly, there's a lot of videos on my channel showing proper procedures and how to use instruments in the various aircraft in Flight Simulator. Everything from the basic Cessna with the G1000 through the steam gauge Cessnas, the Kodiak. I've done several videos with the A320 and the CJ4 with the working title mod, the fly-by-wire A320 I should say. You know, just going through how the aircraft works and flying it semi-authentically along routes and programming the flight management computer, things like that. So you might find some of the videos I've recorded quite instructive if you're interested in learning, you know, a bit more realism about Flight Simulator. Or if you already know what you're doing, then obviously, yeah, jump into Virtual Flight Online and come and fly with us. If you're just learning, Virtual Flight Online is also great because it's a fantastic way to be able to ask questions of everybody. So we all fly together with an open voice channel and just chat away while we're flying. The airfield should be coming up on the left, so this is going to be a difficult one to find by the look of it. May have to circle to look for it. Hopefully it will appear below us very soon. So we're flying perpendicular to it, so it will be across our path. Is this it over here, or is it closer than that? We're just coming up to a road. Okay, 2 roads and then the airfield. There's the 2 roads. So it's down here. am I not seeing it? Ah, is this it? Here it is. I was looking far too close to myself. And again, it's an enormous runway. We're going to have no trouble putting this aircraft down on that runway. So, there's the runway. Sit up so we can see over the nose. We'll just bleed the speed off on the way down the runway. Won't bother with flaps. So if we land long, we'll be almost there by the time we touch. There we go. We're just bouncing along the tarmac now. Tail isn't down yet. No, it is. Let's get off the runway. Should go and park over by the caravan or whatever that is over here. Is it a caravan? Yeah, it looks like it. They need to cut their grass. I'm going to get told off now for going across the grass, aren't I? Mr. Deathwish is going to get hit on the head by the wing. There we go. Flight over. Just as it's getting dark. So, ignition off, magnetos off, master switch off, and that's pretty much it for this aircraft. There we go. And I'll see you again soon. I'm going to stop recording that.